Welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. Today I'm in Brooksville, Florida, playing the best course in all of Florida. You know it, you guessed it, Olympus. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If this is your first time ever watching, please like the video and subscribe if you aren't subscribed. I do tons of course reviews, mainly in Florida, but whenever I travel, sometimes I do course reviews in Georgia and the Carolinas and occasionally Alabama. So check out my playlist of course reviews below, and you can check out all the courses I reviewed before and see if one's in your area. When I do course reviews, I like to basically show you everything that there is to offer on the property that I go to. So not just the course, but also like how to get from hole to hole, the parking lot, the amenities, all that type of stuff. So when you drive in here, it's literally just kind of a back road. You come in through this gate, a little area you can park here, just kind of like a dirt road. And then there's the Discraft sign there. And then over here, you've got the Olympus building. This is where you can buy all the discs and everything like that in here. So you can see you've got, it used to be called chess.com, so they still have the chess things. But this is where you check in to play here for your tee times and all that. You can also buy discs with the Olympus stamp on there. And then you come over here, right next to it, and this is where there's a net that you can throw into for practice throwing. And then there's also a couple practice baskets over here as well. And I recently heard that there have been some updates with the tee pads and also the benches on almost every hole, and they're doing construction. So I'm going to show you guys the progress on that. This is end of September, so by the time this video is out and you're watching right now, it should be first week of October. So this is basically how the course is right now, October 2025, going into the off season. Olympus is a great course. Last time I was here, I played 2 rounds in one day. I do not recommend that, but we're going to see how well I can shoot today. I'm also going to try and beat my score from last time I was here, which when I came here before, I played 2 rounds in one day. For one round, I've shot +7, and then the other round, I shot +3. So 3 over par. That's what I'm looking like there. We've got, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bogeys and 4 birdies. So if I just eliminate some bogeys, I can definitely get even par, maybe even under. We'll see. But the goal is to play clean golf today. 2 over par or better is what I'm shooting for. And if I can't shoot 2 over par or better, I'm going to be adding some discs to the giveaway. Which giveaway, you might ask? My 3,000 subscriber giveaway. So that means if I shoot 3 over or worse, you might have a chance to win some discs. Let's get into it. Hole 1. All right, and just to clarify, I will be playing the long MPO tee pads today and then going to the blue baskets. So that's the long to the long, because that's what I shot 3 over with last time on that layout. So same layout, see if we can get 2 over or better. Comment below. Do you have faith in me? Can I do it? Yes or no? We'll see if I can get it done. All right, this is a beautiful hole to start out with. This one is gonna be 357 to the blue from the long tee. You can see it's tucked up into the right. So from the perspective of the tee, you're going uphill for a lot of this. There's the short basket there, and then the blue comes into view as you go up to the right. There it is, drop off every side around it. 2 shots off the first. We're gonna go Forge Function and Doomsday Psyop. Oh, that's way better. Might go in. Landed right next to it. Just a touch deep, but it's pretty gummy plastic, so it's stuck. Par on 1. Every par here is a win. All right, we're jumping right into a par 4. This one is gonna be 730. It plays straight for a long while. You can gradually move the disc left, and then the basket is up to the right at the very end. So pretty generous gap off the tee. Just want to push very, very far and fade a little bit left. Just keep going and beat that. Okay, it didn't go as far as I wanted. I'm caught up in a little bush up there, but par at the worst. Very doable par from there. That's not bad right there. Well, this is better than a look. This is like parked for the par. Love it. Good start, even through 2. All right, so after finishing hole 2, you walk up here and you'll see these benches, and this is where hole 3 starts. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll give you my personal U-disc rating on the course. Hole 3 is another par 4. 531 dogleg left. We're throwing from kind of an elevated tee pad. Once you get past that grass right there, it drops down and we're going way left. Rocking with the Clash cookie. Now after you tee off on hole 3, you're gonna walk forward a little bit to where you can see this little small carpet here. And then to get way down there, you're gonna go left on this little trail down here. This will kind of weave you down there. They've got like some little stairs and steps as well, which is very nice. A little over 100 feet, maybe like 120, 130 to the pin. That's it. All right, should be a par. Even through 3, great pace so far. So you're gonna tap out on hole 3 there. Start walking up this hill here. You'll see that small arrow on the tree there. And you can also take a left, go up here. Hole 4 is a fun one. It also kind of plays along the road. There's the long tee. I can't remember if there's a short tee. I think short and long might be shared by this pad here. But here's hole 4. This one is gonna be 664, par 4. You go way down this hill. Can't go too far straight, otherwise you're gonna find OB. So you gotta go down and then move left gradually. Oh, that's money. If that is where I think it is, and I don't know this course that well, it's on my 3rd time playing it, but I think that's as good as I could have thrown it. Perfect shape, hydro flip, push, fade. Hopefully it's in the right spot because I threw it just how I wanted to. All right, my drive landed in the perfect spot here. You can see the red through there, and you can climb that hill to get to the blue, but if I'm over here, this is the play to just go straight down this tunnel here, kind of put something on hyzer, maybe let it flip flat. I don't want to throw anything too understable. Just want to kind of keep something in bounds because the road is right there, and on the other side of this fence is OB. So keep something left and push it down there and skip it left at the end. All right, gonna go with the mid-range Goliath Redemption. Kick left. Oh, what a kick. That was so lucky. Yep. All right, here's an example of the updated carpentry for the tee pads, adding these benches as well and these beautiful rails. And every one of these benches has a plaque. Shout out to the guy that does all this woodwork and carpentry for the course. All right, hole 5 now. This is a 500-foot par 3. After the short tee, you clear a big chasm and you go over to where that short basket is, and the blue is farther back and to the left. 500 feet, par 3. I can't remember if this long tee was here before, but that is what U-disc is calling for. To clear the shorts, probably 350, 375 to get over on the other side. So gotta do a full send just to clear over the chasm. Or almost over. Next shot is straight uphill. Probably bogey at best here now. Go in, give me a par. Oh, branch knocked it down. Shout out Danny. Just doing the carpentry work out here. What a guy. What a guy. All right, hole 6, one of the iconic holes here, thrown way down the mountain, and then the basket is way to the left. Your tee shot here, you're gonna go way left, dogleg left, and basically as soon as you get something high, you want it to be more left than you think, and the basket's gonna be way down there, so it's just straight for a little bit, left, and then a long straightaway that way towards the basket. Par 4, 790. All right, we're gonna go with my favorite disc, the Arc from Goliath. Kind of neutral, just gonna put on hyzer, have it maybe flip up a little bit, and see if I can just bite off more distance that way. That might be way too far straight though, we'll see. I don't know, carried for a while. It's a bright disc, I threw that so I can find it easily. Shout out Kevin Kiefer and his whole family. All right, I bombed this drive here with this Arc. Best drive I've ever had on this hole. From here, I'm gonna go forehand into the green with this destroyer. Totally thought this was solid off on the forehand from the destroyer, but it worked. All right, first real birdie look. Just over it. All right, so after you finish hole 6, you're gonna walk right back here. 6's fairway is right there. You're gonna walk back towards the fairway, but then just up here, there's this little skinny trail. It takes you kind of upwards to hole 7's tee pad. It does get kind of tight in here, but it's a pretty gnarly little trail with some little wood steps to help you out. All right, hole 7, another good birdie opportunity. 350, really the only thing that worries me is that little sawgrass bush about 120 feet off the tee right there. I'm gonna try to go right side of that on hyzer, get something to flip. I don't want it to turn over because I want it to fade before that big oak tree down there. Whew. This course wears you out, by the way. I'm 6 holes in, I'm tired. I'll flip too much, but it's gonna be a long, long putt. We'll see. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is like 100 feet out probably. That little branch almost nicked it in for me. Tagged the cage. I thought that was my first birdie. It's okay, I'm still happy with a par. All right, 1 over through 7. Still on pace to get the goal. All right guys, hole 8, this one is a monster, 487 feet. A little bit of a decline in elevation overall, but like it drops a lot there and then goes back up. But as far as net elevation, just a little bit down. You can barely see the red through there, right there, and the blue is just above it, right through there, top of that little hill. So you're gonna play something flat right out through here and let it turn back in there. Really just try to avoid these grabby limbs from the pine. Oh baby, that's gonna be so good. Come on, come on, get there. I don't know if you could see that, but that was like almost between red and blue where it was gonna land. It hit a tree and it dropped down and it literally rolled probably like 70 or 80 feet all the way down that hill. Rolled from the red basket all the way to like where it gets flat again. I just lost like 80 feet of distance plus from that roll. All right, so I threw a couple extra shots, but as you can see, that one's my first one. But it literally hit this tree right here, this one that I'm zooming in on, hit one of those branches. It was gonna be like past the red basket, probably a C2 birdie putt, and then it started, it landed near the red basket, started rolling all the way down this hill, kept rolling, and then it just landed there. So, took away any birdie chance I have, sadly. I'm gonna try and throw this in and show that tree who's boss. Trash Panda Canyon. Oh, good effort. All right, guys, we're on hole 9. This one is a crush, 480 feet. It's another one where we've got this giant ravine to clear. The basket is way over there. Nope.
That usually bounces off that
Kick
hill,
down.
falls down.
Yeah.
It's an easy throw. It really is an easy
Yeah.
par from there.
Yeah.
Just throw it further than you think you need to.
All right, my shot landed here. Basket is up through there. All right, you probably won't catch this shot, but here we go. One over, halfway done. Back 9, here we come. All right, back 9, starting off with a decent length par 3. Not the longest, not the shortest. 341, a little bit of a low ceiling. Got to push that hyzer, flip it flat. See if I can push it pretty far down there. Black ace the red, black ace the red. Whew. Park the red. Good shot there. Man, I seriously almost dunked that with the red. I mean, look how close I am to the basket here. And my disc is right here. I mean, a couple steps away. Never black ace, that would have been cool. See if I can get on the board with my first birdie and go back to even par. Player 2. Yep, player 2 at it again. All right, now is my birdie chance. Hole 11 is gonna be a par 4, 523. All I gotta do is just miss these first big oak trees, get over this hill, throw something kind of neutral stability through that middle gap right there, and then fade left after that. Just gotta get the height right and miss the trees, and birdie will be in play. Talk to me. Don't be too far. I like it. This sucks. I thought I was in the gap up there. Don't have much now. I gotta climb this hill. It's not crazy far away. I just am so obstructed right here with this. Maybe. The right side, might have a putt. I need a birdie. It's hot out here. So one thing that's not great about the layout is whenever you finish hole 11, you kind of have to walk down that 11's end of the fairway to get to hole 12. Because like 11's fairway is just right down there. So you play down 11 and you have to walk on hole 11 again to get to this trail to get to hole 12. So not the best design, but it's a bit of a walk just to get back, because hole 10's basket's right there. So it's easy to go from 10 to 12 if you never played here. So 11's kind of not the greatest flow, but what can you do? Hole 12, giant par 3, extremely downhill, 563. We got a headwind right now coming at us. This one's cool because it's got the Paul Macbeth sign and the wood down there. Paul Macbeth logo. Basket is like, if you see that log right there, that the basket's about that distance, but way to the right. So this is where Anthony Barilla goes giant forehand. I'm gonna try a hyzer flip disc with a turn the whole way. Oh, hit the tree. Tough hole to birdie, easy hole to par. One over. I'm on the quest for a birdie. 2/3 of the way done with the course. I'm loving it so far, although it's very, very, very tiring. Especially when you bring a camera and a tripod for your phone. You got 2 tripods and like a 40-pound backpack, bunch of water. Arms are very sore, but it's so worth it. No matter how tired you get out here, it's always worth it. Hole 13, I could birdie this if it was a par 4, but it's a par 3, 426. And we're flat ground this time, not any elevation to speak of. It's a backhand flex, go right and then come back left. Not really a shot I have in my bag. I'm gonna go with this red iBlend Wraith and try and put some anhyzer on it. See what happens. Well, didn't turn as much as I wanted it to, but got a bunch of distance. Should be an easy up and down for another par. Very routine up and down, nothing obstructing me. Can you tell I'm sponsored by Par On yet? 14, this one is a par 4, 784 feet. Off the tee, you gotta clear this little ledge. It goes up like probably 10 feet or so. So get some height on your drive, push it straight, and then fade left, and you'll be in a good spot. Get left, please. Okay. At least I cleared that. Might have a long shot in to get a bird. Alright guys, 13 holes in and this course is starting to seriously wear on me mentally and physically. Mentally because I just want a birdie. Like, for an MA1 player, it's very, very tough to get birdies from the long to longs. Not very tough, I mean, I could have definitely putted a little bit better, had some cleaner shots. I missed like at least 2 or 3 chances for birdie so far. So it's not extremely tough to get birdies, but it's tough to shoot under par as an MA1 player, I would say. And then physically tough just because of how long the course is, the elevation. It's just a lot of hiking and it wears on you. All right, I need to get up and down to avoid a second bogey. Missed that one tree, please. All right, sweet. Tap in for par, we love that. All right guys, hole 15, legit birdie chance here. Par 5, 934. The first time I played this hole, I did birdie it. It's all about getting a lot of distance off the tee, which you can because it's highly elevated, and also about staying in the middle of the fairway. I think last time I threw it like 430 feet with an 8 speed, and that's like just about half the distance. So yeah, very doable if you can keep your disc in the middle. All right, we've got a headwind, so I'm gonna go with this iBlend Wraith. This red one's more stable than my black one. Didn't flip enough. All right, my drive went in here, so I gotta leave the camera there. Probably a flex forehand to get out to the open again. I probably got about 400 in from here, a little bit uphill. Man, oh man, I thought I was out of bounds. There's a stake here, and there's a stake there, so I'm in by like 2 feet. But I hit that little rock wall there, and it rolled me. I thought I was gonna go OB. It's for my birdie now. Maybe, come on. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, what a birdie. And a moth just flew and hit my eyeball directly in the eyes. I got up to celebrate. Oh, it hurt so bad. Trash Panda Canyon. Throw in, let's go. That's how I get a birdie? I can't even celebrate because I got absolutely whacked dead on the eyeball with that moth right when I like started to run. Looks like I'll be playing the rest of the round with one eye. But hey, at least I'm even par. Oh man, that hurts so bad. But who cares when you can do that with the Trash Panda Canyon? Let's go, we're on the board. If you can see anything at all. It's like, man, it's so blurry. Hurts like heck. Yeah, my vision's blurry. Man, it does not feel fun to get whacked by a moth. It was like a big moth too. Oh. Whew. The battle rages. I will not be defeated. Alrighty, home stretch guys, hole 16, par 4, 737. Straight for a little bit and then it goes slightly left. Once you get kind of up there, it'll start to go left. Where you see like all those trees right there, all those tree trunks, the white ones, you want to go left there. But off the tee, you're throwing almost as far as you can, straight. Some people go right side, but I'm going to try hazard flip on this left side here and let something kind of flip and turn and fade back. For whatever reason, this is the only pad on the course that's not turf. It's just like rocks and dirt and concrete right now. So that's not great, but we'll make do. Hopefully I don't slip. I don't know if it's gonna be far enough. Oh, great roll back out to the right. That's twice now that disc has hit rocks and rolled. Last time I did that, the shot after that, I threw it in. So maybe every time I just throw that, it hit a rock, roll, and the next shot is always a make. So I guess I'm throwing my next shot in the basket. All right, second shot here. Here we go. Oh, I'm loving that. Could be a birdie. Oh, I squared like the only tree to miss. That is so annoying. As unlucky as that kick was right there, on the bright side, this is shorter than the birdie I made in the last hole. I can actually putt this one. Just barely behind it. Maybe. Not a gimme with this branch right here. That's not a gimme either. We are walking up to the tee pad of hole 17 here. This is all the new construction done by Danny. It smells like wood. It smells amazing. This is such fine work. And pretty soon, all the holes out here will be treated like this. This is just spectacular. So cool. There's a drop off here as well, so we built that railing. All right, hole 17, birdie chance as well, but there is a lot of OB on this hole that can get you. OB pond, and if you go too far left, OB out of bounds left. It's a par 4, 528. I'm gonna go with my Doomsday Psyop. Hyzer flip, you do have to throw it pretty high because the ground is, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet high up there. So you gotta throw something high and flippy and far. All right, so I landed right there, barely in bounds in this little bowl, and still got some work to get up and down for the par. There she is to the left. Okay. So here's what's funny. I threw that red Psyop off a tee, backhand, hit that tree, then I threw the red Psyop again, forehand, and then I threw it again, third shot, flick roller. So my question is, should I just putt with it? The answer is no. All right, hole 18, you know it, you love it. Par 4, signature hole of the course, 680 feet. Throwing way, way, way downhill. We're throwing from out of bounds into an inbounds area. So you can do forehand off a tee or backhand that goes straight or slightly turns. That tufta sawgrass is inbounds. There's the red short. Blue is way to the right up on a hill. So you go way down and throw way back up. I have birdied this one before. I can par this hole or better and I'm good, but if I bogey or worse, then a disc gets added to the giveaway and one of you guys wins something. So hopefully I can just par and walk away one over, but best case scenario, birdie and finish even par. I'm gonna go forehand here. Forehand's been feeling good lately. Yeah. I like that. All right, guys, this is it. This is for all the marbles. Up and down here will be a birdie. See if I can finish even par. Kind of an awkward stance, slightly uphill. And I need to put some turn on this. I'm gonna go with my putting putter. It's up there. In bounds, we'll have a putt. Hopefully it's good. What a dramatic finish. I am barely in bounds. This is for the birdie. Let's see if I can drain it. Circle's edge here. All right, here we go. To go even par at Olympus and finish with a birdie. Not meant to be. Funny thing is though, last time I was here, I had a putt from a similar distance and it wedged in the cage for a birdie. Today I did not get the cage wedge for birdie, but 1 over, better than 3 over last time I was here. I really should have had a couple more birdies, should have been under par today, but I played very clean, like 2 bogeys, so I feel great about that. All right guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thanks for watching my course review on Olympus. For my UDisc rating, I'm gonna give this place, I gotta give it a 4.9. It is so much fun. The only negative is that you can lose a lot of discs, and there's just so much hiking to be done out here, and you get just worn out from the course. I think I lost like 5 or 6 discs today, the most I've lost in a round maybe ever. But this course is amazing. It's very fair. You can definitely score out here. And I've only played the long layout, so if I played a shorter layout, I'm sure I could definitely get a lot more birdies and be well under par. But all in all, this is becoming one of my favorite courses, and it's the best course on UDisc in Florida as it is. So 4.9 for me. I think I also gave Cactus Rock a 4.9. So far, Paul Macbeth design courses, 4.9 for me. Thanks guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.